The following video is proudly presented by MightyOxTrading. All information contained in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not financial or investment advice. Good morning. Welcome to MightyOxTrading Friday morning. So-called quad witching happens once every 4 months when options expire and contracts expire and a whole bunch of other stuff. If anyone tried to tune in last night on ShareVision, sorry. ShareVision had an issue, it wouldn't let me connect. So we're here now. Hope everyone's having a good morning. Not sure there's anybody actually here. Let's look at the markets overnight, and it has been an uneventful night, honestly. Both the high and the low were reached early in the evening. On NASDAQ, high candle was the opening candle. We got down to 964, so not even 100 points in range. About 80 points in range. ES, same thing. And about 30 points in range. Copper, about 140 ticks of range, up and down. Gold sending us a signal. Check that out here real quick. Down, but I don't like that there. Gold, overall, about 19 ticks of range, but a lot of that came on this one weird candle here. One weird wick down out of the blue. We had another one like that here, and that's what started this move upwards. UltraBond, it's heading up about 2 points. Crude even is kind of settled a little bit today. It's down to back down to 102 after getting back up over 100 yesterday, up to 104. A little under 3 points in range, but not all wild. And natural gas, about 150 ticks of range. Russell, looking at about 18 points in range. And 200 and some odd points in the Dow. So that's where we stand on the morning. I did take a couple trades in the evening last night. Hit $500 on one, gave back 80 on another. So we're up starting the morning on the gauntlet account up $420. Gauntlet account. See, now sits at $2,204.13 in the profit. A little over halfway to the profit target of 4,300. Good morning, Vincent. How are you this morning? Crude popping up here. downtrending SMA. UltraBond pulling back. Big move there up on crude. Going up toward VWAP. Oh, hey, a spammer. I don't remember how to ban people on Twitch. That's okay. Indices are starting to try and head up a little bit. They're kind of a weird pattern here, down, but constantly pulling back up above the SMA line, back down, above, back down, above. Weird wick there. Lots of weird price action. I don't know if it has anything to do with that so-called quad witching or not. Hello, Matt. Good morning. All rested and refreshed? Yeah, believe me, I know. Crude oil still trying to. Oh, crude oil is coming back down. Seems a pretty docile morning so far. Not a lot going on. We do have this crude coming down. Me and Crude are still iffy. Give me a minute. I'm checking something on share vision. Trying to see whether or not they might have fixed something. I'm hoping that by the time we go live Sunday night on share vision, everything is fixed. Don't know. I'm going to have to play with that and complain over the weekend if things there aren't working. So if by chance I can make the maximum today on the TCP, I would be at funding. The only time I've made the maximum so far is when I lost internet. So we see that NQ is trying to, curl up here. Broke that previous high of 1409 and 12, then pull right back. Wick down, the kind of looks like a reversal candle now. Could be a boring morning. Last night was a pretty boring night. It was ranging most of the night. I caught the one big move. I caught this move coming down. Caught 25 points of that. And you can see it pretty much stayed sideways the rest of the night. I mean, up. It was got some up, but these ups look bigger than they are. Very small candles. Sounds right. Early morning math's not my thing, so yeah, it sounds right. Yeah, that'll be an interesting little tightrope to walk there. I need 519, and 525 is the consistency rule. Thank you, Matt. I'm guessing it's going to end up being Sunday or Monday. That's just it. So far, I mean, we're not seeing a lot of movement here today. I mean, and it's hard with micros to take small moves. I mean, like here, this whole move here, which looks bigger than it is, you know, well, that did end up being almost, well, 91, 81. A whole move was 14 points. We need to get some action. Still 13 minutes before the 8 o'clock hour on the East Coast. We'll see if that brings us some action. Very tight range overnight. Gold, I think is a signal. Me and gold have been fighting as well. Gold trying to head back up. Did have a nice move up earlier. Kind of sideways since. About 10 ticks off of its recent high. 1940.9. So that crude signal would have been good. I should have grabbed that. Came down very nicely. About 60 ticks. Crude, I'm a little skittish on crude right now. Bitcoin still hanging above 40K. Gold still trying to convince me it wants to come up. I mean, that's a convincing argument. I mean, it is. You know, this did come up. This could be consolidation for the next move up, but now it just hit that third band, touched it, so that, of course, gives me pause. A few ticks of pullback there, so we'll definitely hesitate and wait there. Meanwhile, NQ's still sideways. Wonder how many times today I'll say sideways. Someone should count. ES. Pulling back. Vincent, does your delta have a bias today? I am not funded yet, but I'm getting close. I apologize, I have no idea how to pronounce your name, but thank you for joining me. Gold 2-bar pullback, and then this, I kind of like that. Yeah, usually is a means that means it's going to head back up. Well, we'll take a starter there. If it can get back above, well, right there, it's up to 94.9. Let's try and buy the bid. I'm pulling back now. New candle. No, maybe not. I'll wait. Do you mean, do they really pay? Yes, they really pay. Okay, we're filled on gold. Do you guys hear music? And I had music playing, and I'm not sure why. Good morning, Steven. Okay, I had music. I had YouTube on, and I'm not sure where it came from. I turned my volume up, and there it was. We're up 2 ticks on gold here. Hopefully, we could continue to head up. Crude oil. Oh, yeah, we're all up 8 ticks. Crude. Also trying to head up. Pulling gold, pulling back. Oh, and right like that. Oh, wow. I was up 8 ticks and it flushed down and just took me out. Well, that was doing good. Now I was up 500, went down to 420, now down to 290. So going backwards. Should have taken the when it was at 70, I guess. Don't know where that flush down came from, but okay. Gold, you've proven your point. Right back up. Okay. UltraBond, long signal there. Crude's actually been sending me good signals this morning. I haven't taken them yet, but this one has been 16 ticks so far. So still sitting up 290 on the day. Hopefully we can build that back up. No trades so far on the TC app here. NQ signal short. MNQ short. We'll try that. Already down below recent lows. So the next one is this big wick down here. That's the next resistance point, 995. Oh, I'm looking at that wrong. 977. Big move down. Right here before the top of the hour. That a little bothers me a little bit though. Oh, I missed that resistance right there. So it needs to break through 92. It's kind of bouncing on it right there. NQ's been slow, kind of choppy. Under 100 points of range so far. There's the top of the hour. There's the bounce. This comes back down. We're ready to take it if it breaks 92. Alright. Well, I don't know. I'll do the 15. And we'll do the 30. Wishy-washy. See if it see if it comes back down. We did have the bounce I expected here. Sometimes it can bounce back up and then bounce back down. Hanging right around 14,000. Struggling to get much, far above or below it. As I mentioned earlier, this is the so-called quad witching. Just bounced off that 92 area again. Trying to break. See it struggling there. Don't know what that signal is behind it. I'm in there. It's kind of hanging there, so we'll see how it goes. Still not. Sorry about the screens flashing in the background, guys. I still got sound coming from somewhere. Like, there's something playing on my computer somewhere I need to find then. Crude oil. Coming down. So maybe jumped in this a little early here on the TCP on MNQ. Let's see. Copper trying to head up. NQ hanging right around this area. Struggling to come down there. Got a little bit. I don't think we're going to get 30 out of this, and then I'm going to look for 30. I set it for 30, but we're going to be happy if we get 15. We're going to look to get down to 77, which is only about actually 13. And then we'll evaluate when we get there, if we get there. Yep. Stop and back up. Now my stop is up above the SMA line. There we go. Now we have some momentum. A little bit. Not a lot. It's going 4 points. Back up. Yeah. See if it bounces up to the SMA line or still hanging right around this entry point. It's gotten jumpy. Still is right there at 990. Solid. Hopefully it's consolidating before it moves down. See though, we have been kind of just up. I mean, it's been a slow down trend, though, those sideways over the last hour or so. Up down, up, down. Hopefully we'll continue down. Copper just puked down. And Q heading up toward that SMA line. Gold sending that short signal now. I'm staying out of gold for now. I need to reevaluate gold. Back up to we are up to the SMA line. About halfway to my stop. Just gonna leave the stop where it's at. ES sending a long signal. ES is sending a long signal. If we drop back down underneath that SMA, or not, we're gonna end up stopping out. We're about 6 points from stop. Like a possible reversal, but hard to tell at this point. Doesn't seem to want to get any direction, which is what it seems to be doing all night. Copper's looking really weird. Up, down, back up. All in the last 6 minutes. Yep, I think we're gonna get stopped out here. Maybe not. I mean, it's still 5 points from the stop, so I'm probably being a little. It looks like it wants to continue heading up, but my stop now is right at the first Bollinger Band. But it's also about to send a long signal. Yeah, big wick down. So we're back to it being like 8 points from my stop. could be a long morning if things don't like perk up. Do we have any news this morning? Not what I want it. There we go. And there's copper again, trying to convince me it wants to go up. Nice move back down on MNQ. Hopefully you can ride this down, maybe come back down for me. News this morning, nothing besides existing home sales at 10 a.m. So nothing to really give the market a push. Look at that copper go and decide to go now. Kind of in the bands as well there, so. MNQ trying to grind back down. It's back under the SMA, or it was before. Right as I was saying that, it came back up to touch it. But the SMA slapped its hand away. Grindy, grindy. Very slow NQ this morning. Vincent, my stop loss here is at 14,005. It's a 15-point stop. Yeah, it's been slow overnight. You know, here's NQ overnight. This is on a 1-hour chart, but which really shows it's been in a pretty tight range. 5 minute, you know, it's been chopped most of the night. Came down, chop, up, down, kind of. Up here coming back up. This actually looks like it could end up working into a long now, but we shall see. Copper coming back down. Uh, Oh, nice move down there. Wow, not sure where that came from. Mm, no, that's close. It's not close to my target. It's close to my original entry point. I'm down $35 on this trade. Entry point was 13,990. I never got more than 4 points in the profit on this trade, but we're still in it to win it. That's okay. I know it can be hard to see with the Ninja Trader uh, window. You know what I can do? Maybe that helps a little bit. Good morning, Yolanda. How are you this morning? Oh, yeah. Mobile, mobile's gotta suck for this. Oh wow, look at that. It's trying to come back to being in profit, but not yet. ES, trying to send a short signal. It's a good sign. Somebody needs to wake up the market. Good morning, Andrew. I'm doing good, Yolanda. Taking a loss on gold so far this morning, but had a nice win last night, so I'm up 290 so far this morning on the gauntlet. I'm currently in this trade here on the TCP, and I think I've been in it for like 162 days now. No, this is grinding on here. How are you this morning, Andrew? TCP is before this trade was $519 away from uh, the goal. So it's technically possible it could get done today if I can hit max amount. Right now I'm down $13 on this trade, as this trade lasts forever. Keep saying that. I'm not sure how long it's actually lasted. I entered this trade. Yeah, seems like this seems like more than 18 minutes ago, but 18 minutes ago. Oh, fun, Andrew. Thank you, Yolanda. Heading back up now on NQ. It's done this a couple times now. If you look here on this pattern, down, up, in like a bowl, small bowl, bigger bowl. Yep, we're about to get stopped out finally. Long signal firing. Yep, we got stopped out there. Long signal, big move up. So about a a $60 loss there on NQ, which means we're now about 580 away or so. Now I'm going to do that, and I need to figure out where the heck this volume, I'm hearing some sort of sports in my ear, and I don't know where it's coming from. And I don't even watch basketball. Give me a minute. Technical difficulties. Let's see. That's not what I want. It's coming from Chrome. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'm trying to figure out this out. This is weird. Oh, there it is. Twitter. It was Twitter. Okay, there we go. Now I no longer hear things in my ear. Much better. Much better. Okay. Signals NQ, MNQ. So maybe I should have went long here. I didn't. We're just so choppy right now. Need to get back above 15 over here. It's the high. Or I don't know. We need some direction. We might be getting it here. This might be the missed opportunity. UltraBond coming down nicely. That was a nice signal there. Do you want to thank everyone for joining me this morning? Friday morning. Hopefully we'll probably get some good action. At some point this morning, we've been very choppy, rangy, whatever you want to call it. Not a lot of excitement this morning. I mean, this move here off the signal's only headed up about 5 points so far. And like maybe I could have jumped, reversed that last trade and jumped in here before the signal fired. But you see, it did that little cup thing twice before it finally went. Now it's moving some. Let's look at support and resistance, I guess. Maybe we're going to move up from here. So here is that last big move. It got up to 15. Above that, maybe a move up to 40. Weird wick there is also 40. So that's a big number. Still kind of choppy even as it heads up. We'll wait for the right opportunities. Not just going to jump in and hope. UltraBond is hitting bottom. Gold's trying to convince me, trying to lure me back in, promising me riches, and then it's going to pull the rug from me and laugh in my face. So we're not taking that signal. Yes, that was a bit dramatic, I admit that. That was a, yep, see? See? It tried to. I didn't fall for it. It fell back. We're up on the half hour here, so let's see if anything pops down every now and then. That can happen, even without news. Gold again. Just can't wait to get on the gold again. Oh, sorry. And right back down. Up, down, left, right, left, right. Maybe start. I need new material, I know. Pull back here on NQ. So off that long signal, it got 10 points. 10 points is just, so small to play for with micros that. And gold right back up. So gold's all of a sudden moving. That was a 17 tick candle, 22 ticks back down, 16 ticks back up, and then another 7. So all of a sudden something lit a fire in their gold. Guess gold would melt. Does gold melt? I think so. Nope, no news this morning. Nothing major. I mean, the only thing on the calendar that shows any that importance is at 10 a.m. existing home sales. Today is so-called quad witching, where a whole bunch of contracts and options on contracts and stock options expire all at once, which can make you know all the analysts say it can make trading difficult today. Things can be very up and down, which is what we're seeing. Copper coming down. For those that are unaware, the quadruple witching refers to a date in which stock index futures, stock index options, stock options, and single stock futures expire simultaneously. It only happens every 4 months. Yes, that's today. Because the equity futures contracts only expire every 3 months, so that only happens. The quadruple witching only happens every 3 months: March, June, September, and December. Um, Supposedly, quadruple witching days witnessed heavy trading volume in part due to the offsetting of existing futures and options contracts. It can result in increased volume and arbitrage opportunities. Uh, it does not necessarily translate to increased volatility in the markets. But I'm reading this right off of Investopedia. Why are you in trouble, Stephen? So, copper still trying to head down. We do a slightly downtrending SMA line. Gold's kind of sideways now. Everything okay, Stephen? NQ did another one of these little dips and back up. I don't know if we want to try and grab something if it breaks back above 16 there. Continue to watch it. Not gonna force it. Gotta look for the right setup. Vincent, are you still in, or did you get stopped out? Sorry to hear that, Vincent. So we are seeing it trying to head back up here, but we're also seeing the bands kind of close over the price action. So not sure we want to just grab anything here. Gonna need the bands to bend back. Hmm. Yeah, I definitely agree. Good morning, Taurus. How are you today? So we did finally break up to 20, 21, 23. Still just struggling to move up here, but it looks like we might be moving up. Moving on up. Gold came back down to its SMA line. Yep, a very tame, very tired NQ today. There's our range. You can see, I mean, it's just not doing much at all. It's just right about the mid-range right now. That said, you know, if I had jumped in here on this long signal where I got stopped out, looking for 15 or even 20, would have got it right there, 20. So I missed that opportunity. It was slow, lulled me to sleep, stopped me out on the short attempt, and then the long attempt would have worked for 15 or 20. I don't think that'll be our only opportunity this morning. But everything's kind of slow and rangy, Copper's mid-range. Euro's been coming down though. Yen's been coming down as well. Gold's trying to head up now. Nice move up there. UltraBond. Crude actually made a new daily low. Good question. Not yet. I didn't do it yet. I will do that then. That's a good point. I need to be testing that. I just totally slipped my mind. This week has been just abnormal. I will get that done this weekend though and start testing that out on Monday. Nothing, I mean, none of these signals are giving us much here. I mean, that short signal actually would have given us a decent move. But here, this one's popping right back up. Actually, I have nothing going on now, so there's no reason I can't do it now. Just script that on. There we go. Yes. Yes. So for the morning or for the day, okay, I just did it now, Matt. For the day, we're sitting up $290 on the Gauntlet account, down $60 on TCP. Need slightly less than $600 to pass the TCP, or a little more than a little less now than halfway to the goal on the Gauntlet. Sorry I didn't get around to it till now, Matt. Just mind is a sieve this week. Slow, grindy, slow. NQ trying to send us a short signal. Gold. Big move down here on gold by, well, point. Not huge move, but yeah. Big move down here. Well, maybe something just woke up the market. 13-point move candle down here on NQ, which is, I think, the biggest candle we've had ever. No, for hours. 17 points. Everything all of a sudden turned red. Did something happen? UltraBond, big move down. Look at this. All of a sudden, 25 points down. Gold's down a bunch. Gold bounced off VWAP. And we just blew through VWAP on the on NQ. Okay, Steven, you disappeared after saying you're in trouble. Is everything okay? Yeah, what's causing this drop though? Because everything dropped all at once. I mean, was there news? No, I mean, I know there wasn't anything economic news. Do we have world news all of a sudden? Checking out the Twitter. Russian missiles strike western Ukrainian city near the Polish border. Maybe that? No? That was a couple hours ago, apparently. I didn't jump on that short because I thought we might bounce back up. Something that moved that big, that quick often has a bounce. Gold bounce some. Gold's right there at VWAP, broke VWAP, so gold's continuing to head down. A little bit of a bounce here on MQ. Yeah, all of a sudden the market just, it's like somebody woke it up and it realized it was late for work. Copper calmed down. I'm glad to hear that, Stephen. Hmm. Good morning, Skogs. How are you doing? I'm doing all right. Now we settled back out just that quick. Gold's popping back up. NQ popped back up a bit and sideways again. So I don't know what caused that reaction, but now it looks like the the market hit the snooze alarm again. Yes, I could theoretically hit it today because I started the day needing $519. I took a $60 loss, so now it's like 582 or 581 or something like that. I don't think we're gonna hit it today. I don't think the market doesn't seem to be giving us much. Uh, on the TCP, I will be funded. I'll move to a live sim 25K. Definitely a boring market today so far. That can change though. We are just a little over half an hour from the bell. No, Steven's just a live sim for the first leg, the 25K leg. Once you get through the 25K leg, then you go to an actual live on the 50K. Yeah, I might do a video on TCP this weekend. Not sure. Got a bunch of videos in my kind of half started that I need to work on. Gold back up to the SMA line that quick, so it regained most of what it got. Well, now big drop back down. Skog's live sim's still paper trading, but you get profit from it. It's just like you're funded. You still get the 80-20 profit split, but your orders aren't going to the market. It's still paper trading, and you don't have to pay for data. Live is an actual live account. Your orders are actually routed to the market, and you have to pay data fees. For the TCP, the live sim is limited to the first 1,750 profit target on that 25K. On the Gauntlet Minis, the live sim is limited to the 5,000 in profit, and then you move to actual live. You can also choose to go right to live if you want to, instead of doing the live sim. I don't know why anyone would want to. Yeah, you're not paying the data fees and all that right away. And so far, Earn a Trade and Top Step are the only two that ever actually send you your to a live account. Every other funding company, prop firm, keeps you 100% on sim even when you're funded. Gold heading back down, got back below VWAP. There's the top of the hour. Well, thank everyone for joining me this morning. If you hear from YouTube, which is all but one of you, um, appreciate you hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Think between my little rant last Friday and the downtime this week, I've lost a couple people. Chris Moore hasn't been around. I think I upset him last Friday. I got a little frustrated, and I I expressed that frustration. I went down by a bunch. I expressed the frustration. Basically said I was either gonna get back to green or I was gonna blow the account. It's just very, immature of me, and I really wasn't going to, but I let that frustration come out. And I like to point out that I did get back to green, but um, yeah, it was wrong of me to rant like that live. Matt, yeah, I was just noticed that too. I'm wondering. I mean, this is all speculation, and I haven't heard from him. I just asked him that on the Discord, but uh, but it's just speculation on my part. Is I wonder if they might have threatened legal action. But that's just speculation on my part, and I don't want to start any rumors or anything. But it was a concern in the back of my mind when I saw the video. I loved the video; it was great, and they deserved every bit of it. But hold on a minute. Oh, earn max funding. It's called. They're horrible. Uh they they couldn't even spell their own name right. They, in parts of the site. They've ripped off Top Step's design of the site with the black and white and the font, and their address is a fake address in San Francisco. Um, they have a whole bunch of testimonials up, but all the testimonials are paid testimonials from like just some generic. If you search the names of the people in the testimonials, you come up with where that same name comes up on testimonials on hundreds of sites. Um, and they claim they've only been around since December. They claiming they're giving out $1 million in funding every day, but yet their payment schedule shows that the couldn't have paid out anybody yet, or like one payment so far. So it's all a bunch of lies. It was a great video. The CFT did a great job in exposing every bit of it. So I'm not sure why it got taken down. Who knows? Maybe they complained to YouTube. I don't know. It's all speculation, but it definitely needed to be said. Yeah. Good morning. Oh yeah, they stole Apex's payment schedule verbatim. Yep. Good morning, El Chawel. Good morning, Ace. Excellent, Matt. Good job. Markets are not very giving this morning, so that was a good job. Crude. Short signal there on crude. Crude. Are you taking that signal, Ace? Hmm. Well, NQ agree. My signal agrees with you. Good luck, Ace. Remember, folks, for those of you just sitting back, you're welcome to join the chat. Join Ace and Matt and Steven and El Chalwell and Yolanda and Skoggs. Stephen Lee. And anyone else that I forgot? If you have questions, feel free to ask. Got a bunch of experienced traders here that are willing to help out. Crude oil continuing to send this short signal. I'm just so I have PTSD from crude oil lately, so I'm kind of ignoring it lately. Gold's starting to get to that same point now. Short signal there on NQ so far would have been, yeah, meh. Oh yeah, there you are, Vincent. Did you fall asleep on me yesterday again, Vincent? Because I don't remember hearing from you after the last couple hours of the stream. FYI, oh, sorry to hear that, Ace. By the way, Matt, um, that same rule applies on earn the trade. You got to take one trade a week, or let them know you're planning to take time off. It just came back down there, Ace. We are about 17 minutes from the bell. Okay, that's fine, Vincent. Well, crap. My phone died. Plug came out. Yay. Give me a minute while I plug my phone back in. Now I don't even know where the plug went. Too many wires. Ah, there it is. Wow, bunch of plugs came out. Plugged a fan in, and two other plugs came out of the tower that I have things plugged in on. Still watching for signals though. uh, yeah, it's okay. Still trying to find the plug for my phone. It's like fishing. Ah, crap. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. For now. Okay. Have to work on getting that other plugged in, and hopefully it wasn't something important wasn't plugged into it. There we go. Phone's charging again now. Put monitor back. ES still trying to send a short signal. Gold just made a big move down 3 points. So gold's been falling here. ES is still trying to convince me it wants to go short as well. NQ's kind of dancing the same line. But we're 15 minutes from the bell. Steven, just trade it the same way you traded the way to get there. You know how you got there. Easy for me to say. Still just sideways. What do you mean the slippage? Good job, Ace. NQ hanging right around the 14,000 area. Bands are only 21 points away from each other. It shows you how tight NQ is right now. On this quad witching Friday. Kind of sad. I never even got any happy quad witching cards in the mail. Yeah, this is just slow as molasses right now. Which is really weird for this time of the morning. Gold heading down toward its lows of the day. I mean, how often do you see 4 straight under 2-point candles on NQ with 12 minutes to go to the bell? I mean, this is just... This is just a sleep fest. I could have stayed in bed. I mean, why couldn't Comcast pick today to go out? I mean... So the one trade I should have taken, but I got bit by gold earlier, so I was hesitant. Was this one here? Obviously, we would have got a nice move there if I had stayed in, or I could have, if I played each break of VWAP down, I would have got a nice move there. Let it come back up, and then obviously this beautiful move down there. But gold has made me shy, just like crude oil. Maybe gold and crude are jealous of one another, giving them too much attention. No, that sounded better in my head. Speaking of crude, try to pop back up. So anyway, yes, there is more around the corner. You never know what's lurking around the corner. Anyone have anything fun planned for the weekend? Yep. Sleep's on my agenda as well. Oh, nice big move up there on Crude, 38 ticks. Oh, good ace. Have some fun and relax. I'm probably going to sleep, stare at some charts, and make some videos. My life is entertaining and exciting. Yeah, I average about 5 hours a night during the week, and then on the weekends I sleep about 10 to 11 hours. Actually, I guess it's not that much. Eh, More like 9 hours. I'll run a little bit for me, Ace. Oh, ooh, big, all of a sudden, big burst up here on NQ. That's yes. NQ, 26 points up, right here before the open. It well into the Bollinger Bands. Steven, you need to get the trading going, get away from that job. So I don't know where this burst came from here all of a sudden. Gold burst down as well, 6 points down. Gold hit new daily low. Oh, that signal is right. Yeah, that was quite the pop all out of nowhere. And that's happened twice now. This one dealt right here down was kind of out of nowhere, and so was this one up, and now it's reversed by maybe NQ's confused and think that the open happened 5 minutes early, or indices in general. Market, the market's confused, not just NQ. Yeah, really. That's a good point. And I have kind of thought about that. Matt, I didn't think about it today, but I've thought about it in general, wondering how it could be best used if we're in a tight range to try and capture those bursts. Because when you're ranging, you know at some point it's going to burst. You just don't know how long, and you don't know which way. So we are 2 minutes to the open. I'm going to mute for 1 minute and eat a little bit. Then we'll watch the open. And I'll try not to chew in your ear while we do it. bursting up. This is almost a 50-point 5-minute candle here into the open. Interesting. Pull back on the 1 minute on the NASDAQ after going well through the bands. We're 30 seconds away. Look at this run into the open. That 5-minute candle is up 55 points. Well above that third Bollinger. Almost has to reverse here on the open. Where there's the bell. Let's see what pull back right before the bell. Let's see what happens. Big and still moving up. Up there we go down. 5-minute chart seems frozen. Yeah, there we go. Move down. Move back up. 15 points up on the ES before the bell. Now there's the pullback down 10 points on NQ. ES still showing green. Now we're red on the ES. Yep, here is the big pullback that I expected. 25 points down. Not that big of a, well, ES just turned back green. It's flashing red and green. It thinks it's Christmas. So 30 points now in NQ, sending a short signal. Stay out of that for now. Down 31 points now on NQ. I must admit, that's one of the weirdest sequences I've seen around an open, where we were tightly ranged, and then all of a sudden it burst up with 5 minutes to go. With the biggest candle of the day, I think. Now it's kind of slowed down here a bit. Down 22, pulling back now, showing some green. Excuse me. It's only down 14 now. Big move back up. This is a 38-point 1-minute candle, 40-point 1-minute candle, and now the 5-minute opening candle is green. After that huge move down, it's now back all the way up. So it went down, I mean, it only went down 36 points, so it's bigger than it was, but all the way back up. Long signal there, but we're staying, I'm not taking anything at this point. It's heading toward its high of the day. ES is doji candle. big move back down on NQ. Weird open. Very weird open. $20 points down now. Sorry, I just chewed in your ear. I apologize. Now we're back down 28 points. 1 minute to go on this 5-minute opening candle. And it's now bursting down. 40 points down on this candle. On this 5-minute. Nope, now 51 points. Wow. This is quite an amazing open. We're down 7 points on the ES. Kind of bouncing off the 200 EMA there on the 5-minute and on the 1-minute. Candle starts now, so we're going to finish about 33 points down on that first 5 minutes. See where it goes from here. And we're bouncing back up. $66 points on this 5-minute candle. Quick burst up, 38, followed by 21 on the 1-minute. Just new high of the day on both NQ and ES. So after absolutely no action most of the morning, the last 15 minutes have been absolutely wild. A little bit here. Did get well above the Bollinger, still above that Bollinger by like 3 points. So still expecting a pullback. Let me check what hogs are doing. Hogs are pulling back. Gold did burst kind of up as well. 5.5 points there a couple minutes ago. Copper doesn't really care. UltraBond's heading up as well. And Crude's heading up. That went an excellent long signal earlier. Then it's back above VWAP. Natural gas is unsure of itself. A little bit calmer now. Let's see where we go. I was kind of too stunned. still, I mean, it's not coming down easy. Still above the Bollinger on the 5 by 6-8 points now. ES is coming down some though. $45 on this 5-minute candle. There's the pullback. So we did hit a high of 14,079 for a new high of the day. And pulled back enough to get within inside the bands, but still right there. It's still trying to head up-ish. Have a good one, Steven. Enjoy your weekend. Okay, breakfast is done. Supplements are taken. And hopefully we can find an entry here. Big move there down on copper. 19 ticks, followed by 4 more. Gold came up that big candle and kind of faded down. Copper. Right back up. The market's still not giving us much of a direction. So this pulling back to the SMA line, bounces here might be something to grab. I don't know. I mean, kind of a bouncy bounce here. Candles have gotten smaller again. Yes, I did just say bouncy bounce live. Kind of popping there. NQ's trying to head back up now. You know, are we interested if it gets back above the high of the day? It's a good question. One I wish I had the answer is, see, I should have taken it after that first green candle, after it kind of started moving away from the SMA line. Would have went 15 points right there. Gold's doing this curl down below VWAP, trying to get it back above VWAP. Where are we at on VWAP? Speaking of VWAP, or above VWAP. I am not in a trade. I'm considering it. We hit close to the high again there and bounced off. It's trying. So watching for this break here of basically 14,080. We'll try and jump in for the burst up, see what we can get out of it. Might be better. Hey, and then it's coming back down. The vans are right there. I'm not sure how much room it has to move if it does burst up. We'll watch it though. Alright, it's trying again. We're filled, jumped in there at the break of 80. It didn't break enough. Maybe it did. We're at 84. I got in 82 and a quarter. There we go. See a little bit of bounce up. Not earth-shattering momentum here, but I have to slow grind. Profit targets at 14,112. What did you say settlement was, Matt? 14,107. So we'll watch for that. Up, back down. And back, it's bouncy. My stop basically at the bottom of that last big green candle. 14,067. Great job, Matt. Are you using regular NQ, Matt? There we go. Now we're seeing momentum up. Seeing 92. We'll watch to see if it struggles around the 100, if it gets to 100, that is. Push back down again. Push back up again. There we go. I see 95. 96. $98. See if it pushes through 100, then we're going to watch stops move to break even. We're $75 in the profit. See if it can get above 100 here. Stalled out, pushing back down. Ooh, pushing way back down. This might stop me about break even. should have put my profit target at 100 and taken it. But we'll see what happens here. New candle. Pushing back up. There we go. Saw 99. That last candle did hit 102. Back to 100. 101. Looking for 112. Ooh, nice burst there. Up to 104. 105. We're at settlement. Can it break through? It did. Boom, big move up. 110. Oh, we got within a couple ticks of my profit target, but did not hit it. Wow. Got within one tick of my profit target and didn't hit it. Wow. See if it can still go. There we go. Profit target hit. We're out on one, trailing on the second. Big move up here. 117, and we're out there. Okay, so out there. That was a nice trade. Let's look at the numbers. Back up to being 68. We're up $68 on the day, so we were down 60. So that was a $128 trade. We got in at 14,082, out at 14.12 on one, 14.16 on the other. So 30 and 34. Thank you, Matt. Thanks, Vincent. The TCP in the upper right-hand corner has not updated yet, but according to NinjaTrader, the account now sits at 290, so up 1,293. So I don't feel like doing that math. About 457 away. One day, it'd be nice when I had the guts to actually do that with two regular NQ, in which case that would have been a $1,200 trade. And we got out at the right time. We see this pullback. It only went up the high of 122. We got out at that second one, I think, at 118. So in that case, the trail, 116. So the trailing stop, in that case, worked. Did not go against me. And of course, that was the new high of the day. We'll mark that. Now, it's interesting that I wasn't watching it, but that did actually break the Bollingers on that move up on the 5-minute chart. ES also in that same time hit new high of the day. Gold sideways now. Who's ever tracking the amount of times I said sideways today? There was another one. Copper coming down. Crude also coming down nicely. So 1 for 2 on TCP for the day. Up $68 on that. One for 3 on the gauntlet today, and we're up $290 on that because the one win was a $500 win, and the 2 losses have been small. Wait, is it 2 losses? Or did I just lose on gold? No, that's right. Yeah, I lost once on NQ last night as well. Crude oil 35.47, 50 tick candle down there. Coming back up here on the indices. Absolutely agree, Ace. Everything, I mean, it's been a struggle, but everything has started to go well finally this month. This is the most positive momentum I've ever had. You know, the gauntlet account's sitting right now a little over $2,000 in the profit. Up until the last week or so, I've never been more than $800 in profit on the gauntlet. We just broke new high a day on NQ. So everything's going the right direction. Obviously, you know, going in the hole like I have been on NQ and then digging out of it hasn't been ideal. And I need to stop that. But things are still moving in the right direction. Copper popping back up. So it did make a new high today. It's not moving at a high velocity anymore though. Although once again, you know, I've been watching the candles. Look at this pattern here. 3 red down, and then we got this doji here that was just slightly green. Jumping in here for a quick 15 points or even 20 would have been a high percentage play. It actually went 30. So I could have got potentially 30 if there was no slippage. It would have been slippage. So 20. And possibly still moving up. Yep, still moving up. So we are continuing to stretch the highs of the day. Here's copper going as well. Gold just got back above VWAP. Interesting that we're seeing UltraBond and the indices going the same direction. Oftentimes they're going opposite one another. bit slow, I think it's a good time for this. While we have a moment, I want to remind you of the MightyOxTrading live stream schedule, which recently expanded to 10 live streams a week. First off is the YouTube schedule we have had Monday and Wednesday evenings at 7:45, and Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings at 7:30. Then, of course, we expanded to a new platform who hopes to become the YouTube of finance and trading called ShareVision. There, I do Sunday and Tuesday evening streams and Thursday evening streams, Monday and Wednesday mornings. All times are Eastern. The link for ShareVision is down in the notes below. And this is March's schedule. Most likely in April, we'll be going to an easier schedule with all YouTube in the morning and all ShareVision in the evening. And NQ's continuing to go here now. Big move up. 24-point candle there. Now hit a high of 14,158. That last 5-minute candle was 54 points. So NQ finally found its direction. And it's continuing to burst up here. Up to 171. And we haven't been this high since the 3rd of March. Also, another reminder, folks, 2 weeks from today, we're doing an overnight stream. Ox After Dark. Gonna trade the London session that day, or that night, I should say. Friday, April 1st. No, it's not an April Fool's Day joke. I'm really gonna be trading the overnight session. And that leads us into non-farm payrolls in the morning, followed by, of course, the New York Open. 9.5 hours that you all need to keep me awake. Hopefully, it'd be nice if I have a funded account by then and I'm not limited by the amount I can make, and maybe I can have a nice little sustained run throughout the night. But we'll see. ES also just made a new daily high. I need to figure out my stream and sleep schedule for that night, for that day before and all. TCP totals have updated in the upper right hand corner. Hey Matt, once you have the live sim on the TCP, do you still get a dashboard like you have in the evaluation, or do you just got to go off the totals that you see on the NinjaTrader platform and whatnot? Thank you. Continuing to grind up here. So the goal one day is to get into a trade like I did here. I was asking when you're on live sim, do you still get a dashboard? Like, you see the dashboard, my totals up in the upper right hand corner. Do you still have a dashboard, or are you just relying on what the Ninja Trader or R Trader Pro tells you for profit and all that? So eventually my goal is when I get into a trade like this here, whether it's off a signal or off, just a break of resistance. That's what I had a feeling. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to continue to show the profits and stuff. I'll figure that out. Um, but and go in with two and just continue to stay in with one until it's absolutely obvious when to get out. Because I got in at 82, and now we're all the way. Wow, really? I got in at 82, and it just hit 94. So that would have been if I had stayed in that trade with one, it would be up 100 points. And that's eventually the goal, is to, take profit on one and let one run, or, maybe eventually, as I get braver, two and three, or whatever. Gold sent a short signal there, would have been a good one. I guess maybe I'll have to use our Trader Pro to be showing the profit. Maybe. I'll figure that out. Anyone else take any trades? Or is in anything? Vincent, you've been quiet. Have you taken any trades today? Crude oil? 42 tick candle up there. Just a slow grind up here on the NQ. Continuing to move in a positive direction by a 9 and 6 and 5. Hogs. I don't know. Hogs looked great that 1 week or 2 weeks, and then just never really caught my attention lately. Tesla heading back up toward 900. Been a while since it's been there, I think. Yeah, it's middle of February. Hello, John. Me and Gold are fighting. Gold stopped me out earlier. Then I'm getting kind of scared of it lately. But I'm up on both accounts today. I'm less than $450 from passing the TCP. Probably not going to happen today, but maybe Monday. Definitely sometime next week. And then Q has just hit 14,200. How's your trading been this morning, John? Wow, just nice job, John. So at this point, I'm now looking at where our next resistance might be, and it's coming up from way back here, from March 3rd. Which is the day before non-farm payrolls. And basically this demand zone here. We're getting close to that. Our supply zone? Demand zone. I mix them up. This is the zone here, so we'll watch that. Yeah, that's what I want to do too. You know, like this one that's running on me now here. Yeah, I got 30 points off of this move up, and it's going up like 150 now. Great job, Matt. That's a good day. Good way to start the weekend. Mundus. Or Mudus. I have no idea what you're talking about. Uh, I yeah, I trade off the 1 minute. ES continuing to pop. Welcome to the channel. I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right there, Mudus or Mudus. I apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Super trend, Bollinger Bands, and uh, RSI with Bollinger Band. specifically the third standard deviation Bollinger Band, and specifically the super trend with a 2.2 multiplier. Eh, Treasuries hit a new high as well. Still weird that they're traveling in the same direction. You're welcome. Remember to always back test and sim trade anytime you use a new indicator. John, that video's been in the works for 3 or 4 weeks, and I keep getting sidetracked on other projects. I have the video half done. I need to finish it. I might try and get that done this weekend. I should have done it during my downtime this week. Now that I think about it, I did work on other projects, but didn't work on that. But when I didn't have any internet, I should have tried to finish that up. Moodus, you have a couple of different options. If you want to open a brokerage account and you want to trade micros, I believe you can open one for as little as 500 or 600 bucks and be able to trade one micro. Or you have the option of doing like what I'm doing and signing up with a company that will fund you if you pass their evaluation, like earn a trade, and then you don't need to worry about your own capital. Oh, John, I don't mind the question. I've been meaning to get that done. So those are your two options. I believe like AMP and a couple other brokerages allow you to open an InterTrader brokerage. I think allow you to open an account, but you're only gonna be able to trade like one micro if you open it with 500 bucks or whatever it is, 600 bucks. Or you can, if you're an experienced trader or whatever, you can take the evaluation with earn to trade, show that you could be a profitable trader, pass the evaluation, and get funded to trade with their capital. And Q's kind of pulled back here a little bit, leveled out right around 14 to 20. think you're actually sending a short signal here as it comes back down to the SMA. Let me know if you have any other questions, Mudis. I do not mind answering. It's kind of why I'm here. Uh, no crypto. The futures. Well, there's a couple of evaluation firms uh, that allow micro crypto, but for the most part, you're looking at things like indices and metals and energies. Uh, there are crypto futures, but they have come with very high margin rates, so you're not going to be able to trade that for, I don't think for even on AMP, but I'm not 100% sure. As for the evaluation fee on like earn to trade, depends on the size of the account you want. You can get started for as little as $90 to do the evaluation. If you'd like me to explain earn to trade a bit more, I can do that. We're kind of slow right now. Just let me know if that's something that's interests you that we want to learn more about. I can go through some of the basics quickly. Pop back up there on NQ. I'm sorry, ES, probably NQ as well. Yeah, NQ. So pulled down below the SMA line. That short signal would have been bad, obviously. We had the uptrending band, so I stayed out of that. And then we popped back up by 24 points. So all of a sudden we went from absolutely nothing before the open to bursting up and getting big 24-point candles. Copper made its nice move up. Would have been a good signal. I should have kind of thought about it because it made a nice bounce off that SMA. And since it's gone up 30 ticks. We're approaching 10:30 on the East Coast. Probably stream about another 30 minutes unless something starts exciting popping. We're kind of sideways right now on NQ, and gold's kind of back into this rangy thingy. Yes, that is an official trading term, rangy thingy. Okay, Munis. Well, you're welcome to hang out here anytime you want. If you want to try and learn some futures along the way, be happy to answer questions. You know, so if you ever want to stop in and just watch or ask questions, whatever, you're certainly welcome to. And thank you for subscribing. I see you just subscribed. I appreciate that. There are, I believe, two evaluation firms that do allow you to trade micro crypto futures. That's Apex, and I think Lilu does as well, but I'm not 100% sure. I know Apex does. So if that's a route you want to go, if crypto's really your thing, um, you could do that. Awesome. Thank you very much. Crude oil. So we've gotten, it's pretty slow here now again. NQ made its big move. Well, of course, ES did as well. Russell. And now we're kind of sideways. Crude hanging right around the VWAP. We are still in that short signal from back here. The recent low is 188. We're at 207 now. High was 246. So we have about a 62 point range. It doesn't look like that big, does it? But it is. Um, crypto is uh, crypto is very volatile, which is one of the reasons why the evaluation firms and don't really want to have the crypto as an option, and the margins on it on futures is really really high. There is better, in my opinion, futures has the best price action, best setups, even compared to forex. You see a lot of the same patterns. You know, it can get the word, I don't want to use the word predictable, but you can start seeing the patterns easier, in my opinion. And it can, if you catch the right move, I mean, like right here, this move might not look like much, but from this point here, with this long signal fired up to here, it was almost $4,000 on one contract, one regular size contract. So there's a lot of money that can be made. Obviously, if you're wrong and you're not using stop losses, a lot of money can be lost too, obviously. But there's just so much potential in the futures market, in my opinion. And you can easily go long and short. So much better than, definitely much better than stocks. That said, I have been noticing, because I do follow Bitcoin, and this is my Bitcoin chart, and it does kind of follow the way NQ moves anymore. That's which is Nasdaq. Not so much today, but it's been following NQ a lot lately. But yeah, futures, in my opinion, is easier than crypto. Doesn't have as much Elon Musk influence either. Gold popping up, trying to get above VWAP. Recent high 1936.6. We're at 1935.2. We'll see NQ coming down here. 182. Well, recent low was 188, so it did get below that recent low. Not sure about it though. Has this better good chance to bounce here as it does to continue down. I'm gonna kind of watch it. Does have a big gap to fill there, or that big move up. We're gonna jump in here though. We're filled on MNQ. See if we can get something out of this. A little bit of a risk here. Have it bounce, and just like I warned about, it did the bounce thing. I'm gonna get back here. Maybe. Oh, there's another move down, so maybe not. I thought for sure it was gonna stop me out there. New candle forms in now. Watching it. Stops at 198. It's hanging right around 190. New candle. 5 seconds. Liking the looks of this better. There we go. Moving down. See if we can get some momentum. ES sending in a short signal there. There we go. We've got some good movement now. We're in at 183. I'm seeing 173, so we're up 10 points. Looking for 30. See if we can get it. Looking to get down to 153. It's kind of bouncy here. Still has a chance to bounce back up. Stop is still below the SMA line. $175 seems to be struggling at. They kind of consolidate in that area as it was heading up. Oh, there we go, down to 170. See 170. Continuing to move down here. 66. 64. There it goes. Stops, move the break even. Down to 61. Pulling back a bit here. 20 points in the profit. Looking for 30. Copper coming back towards SMA line. NQ's popping a little bit back up. Still more than 10 points in the profit. At this point, if it comes all the way back, it just stops me break even, but hopefully it won't do that. Seeing red again here on this candle. There we go. New momentum down. There we go. I saw 55. There we go. Profit target hit. Out on one, trailing on the second. Trailing down. It's really jumpy here, so. There we go. Continue. Getting a little bit more out of this move. There we go. It's out. We're out. Wow. Nice. So let's look at the stats now. We got in at 14,183, out at 1. Well, both of them were 30 points. Trailing stop only got me back up to trailing. Give me 1 second, Mudis, and I'll answer your questions. Now we're up 187.50 on the day on the TCP account, 290 on the gauntlet. And okay, and do not apologize for asking questions. I do not mind questions at all. Okay, how many contracts? Micros. Micros is 1/10 the size of a normal contract. I'll usually do 2 to 3 if on the one account, and on the normal, but on the other account, I'm doing 1 regular size contract. Each asset, the amount is different. You can do things by ticks or points on futures. 1 tick on the NQ, which is what I just traded on a regular size contract, is $5. So 1 point is $20. And like this candle just moved 17 points. So on a regular size contract, that would be 17 points would be $340. Or one micro contract would be $34. But each one is different. Copper's $12.50 per tick. Gold is $10 a tick. UltraBond's $31.25 a tick. I actually have a list of this on my subreddit. If you want to know tick values of each one. And let's see. When you start out on a trade, depending on the size, if you go the funding route, put it that way, if depending on the size of the account that you decide on, you'll be able to start off trading 2 or 3 contracts at a time on the regular size, or 20 to 30 micros. But I definitely recommend only starting off with one. I very rarely trade more than one regular size contract for now. And as for that 1% thing, I don't really follow that, just because I'm doing the funding evaluation. I just stick to like the one contract. On the one account with doing the micros, I'm looking for about $100 per trade with no more than a loss of 50 to 60. I try to do a two anywhere between 1.5 to 1 to 2 to 1 reward to risk. Out just at the right time. Big move back up. 24 points up. Gold going short. So now TCP sits at yeah, 16. No, hold on. Nice that this stuff updated. No, I don't think it has. Seems slower in the mornings to update. There we go. So we're at $1,409 in profit. So that means we're now less than $350 away. Definitely something clicked. Oh, by the way, Mudas, did I answer your question okay? Or I mean, I know that's what I probably said about the different point and tick values is probably confusing. So let me know if I didn't answer it okay, and I'll try to clear up anything. NQ popping up with a long signal, but yeah, I'm not interested there, honestly. Crude sending that short signal again. Trying to lure me into its trap. UltraBond also sending the short signal. I don't know. I haven't really been jumping on signals from like the bonds and copper and all that. It seems like NQ's become my focus. And I don't want to become just a one asset trader, but right now it seems like that's what I'm doing. Gold popping back up. I mean, I did try gold earlier and it bit me. There's gold. Something along signal. I actually like this here. I'm not gonna take it, but this long signal here because we were coming up and then it pulls back and gets back above the SMA line, back above VWAP too. So I think this is gonna end up being a good signal. We can see. We'll chart it out as soon as it gives me a direction. I mean, as soon as this candle finishes. What signal did I just knock down? ES. Are we heading back up on ES? Trying to. Good solid candle here, 9 ticks. So immediate pullback though. So let's just put that right there. Oh, there we go. And see if it gets me 16 like I usually look for. With a 10-point stop, or 10 tick stop. Keep an eye on that in the corner. Copper, copper port. Copper doesn't often run within the same circle as gold, but it did kind of perform the same move down and then up now. NQ sending a new short signal. Uh, well, John, I started teaching myself to trade after I was in a rehab after an amputation, and I started on stocks. And stocks frustrated me because of the PDT rule and going short is a hassle and all that. I switched to futures about a year ago when I first found out about funding programs. I jumped right in without doing everything I now tell people to do about how to learn and taking your time and sim trading and all that. And I failed for a few months at the top step, moved to earn to trade, failed for a few more months here, and now finally seeing positive results. Big move up on gold. So gold would have reached my profit target easily. Thank you. Not funded yet, but getting there. I really expect TCP to hit profit target next week. Don't think I'll do it today because I'm gonna end the stream here soon, and I only do TCP on stream. And then hopefully the Gauntlet account's not that far behind. Thank you very much, John. John. It's been a long journey. It's been harder than I originally thought, but that's only because I was naive. It seems to be finally working out. Crude hanging right around VWAP. I don't think I would ever trade crypto, like day trade it. I mean, it'd be something to do on a Saturday. But I do have some crypto projects I want to get involved in eventually when I have money. Things like helium and all that. I mean, I have 1,000,000 Shiba Inu. If it goes to $1, I'm set. But no, I don't expect it to ever go to $1. I'm glad to hear that. I really think futures is the best. I mean, I will get back into stocks at some point, but probably not day trading. Um, but like dividend stocks and things like that, some swing trading. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you blew up WRX. Oh, good. I'm glad you got back on the horse, started moving up. Yep, very positive momentum in both my accounts. WRX. Uh, John, yeah, I'm hoping to eventually get a helium miner. Uh, got other, need to put money other place for now, but yeah, helium mining and some other projects coming out. SimTrade, if you're learning a new platform, SimTrade. Yeah, I executed a NinjaTrader, but I much prefer TradingView for charting. I really hope that Tradeovate soon comes to earn the trade so I can trade right off of TradingView. But until that time, I use NinjaTrader 8, and I like NinjaTrader 8 as well because of strategies that are now, I'm now using as well on a couple of things. So yeah, NinjaTrader and Tradeovate, I mean TradingView. I'm sorry, it works okay. I sometimes get a late entry if I'm here quickly searching for a chart, but I just need a third monitor so I can just keep all my NinjaTrader charts up on the third monitor and quickly bring them over instead of having to search for them down the bottom bar. Well, NinjaTrader bought Tradeovate back in January, so we're expecting Tradeovate to, or some form of it to eventually come to earn a trade or whatnot. Yeah, I could not give up NT, NinjaTrader now that I'm using some strategies that um, people have been writing for me, or well, Matt's been writing for me. Um, Apex is I mean I've never dealt with them, but I'm good friends with Canadian Futures Trader, and he has nothing bad to say about them at all. Matter of fact, he just did a video yesterday with a 6-month update on his journey with Apex. Um, they seem to be, a good company. They have good learning materials from what I've seen. Good support. I'm I'm an earn a trade guy. I don't, eventually, if I continue staying consistent, I'm going to want to get a trade copier and find some other, start dealing with some other company. Apex, Apex and UProfit's probably the two that are on the top of that list. Yeah, I mean, I've only dealt with Top Step and Earn a Trade, and I mean, I have nothing bad to say about Top Step. Top Step has just a much harder eval at the 2 steps and all that. Definitely loyal to Earn the Trade, so I haven't really used any others. I did have a Lilu account for a few days, but Lilu, I mean, Lilu seems the most gimmicky, so that's the one I kind of definitely would stay away from. The only thing about Apex is it does have that constantly trailing drawdown. I like end of day drawdown, but eventually, once I go to a live account on Earn the Trade, I'm going to have that constantly trailing drawdown as well. So we have reached the 11 o'clock hour. Not seeing anything else jumping out at me. We seem sideways here now. Gold pulling back. NQ looks like it's heading upwards. You can see here, this was, and I kind of wasn't really paying attention, honestly. One of the moves I do look for is this one right here. We get this long signal when the SMA line's still downtrending, the bands are still downtrending. So it's not really going to go far if it goes anywhere at all. It's going to pull back. And it pulled back, then came back up and curled above the SMA and then went. This is a very good move. Up, So basically up, down, up. You know, once it broke that SMA there, you could have waited for confirmation on the next one. Then we did have a pullback. It pulled back by 12 on that candle, back down. But so depending on where I would have had a 15-point stop, so I would have been safe there, and it's gone up 30 points, more 40 points. So the other option here, this was the high of 197. Could have waited till that broke, got in on that candle there at 200, and then we're still up 26 points. Yep. I like that move. Because I don't, I get the alerts when the signal fires, but I don't, obviously it doesn't re-alert. I could draw. If I put this on here and like, you know, this would have been the entry based on that long once it got past here, and I could have put an alert on that line. I can't put an alert on the cross of the SMA because you see how many times it hits that SMA line. It'll be constantly sending alerts, and that'd be annoying. We'll go for just a couple more minutes here. Now go for it, Matt. Let me know if I don't. Nightbot should allow you. If it doesn't, send it to me on the Discord, and I will post it. John, do you mean if like people are switching from futures to like from stocks and forex? Or is that what you mean? And my advice is always just a sim trade. Find one or two products you like and sim trade them for a while. Learn how they move. Watch other people trade. Live. What it doesn't have to be me. Find a couple other traders. Um, just learn how the products move. Yeah, definitely. You learn the products, sim trade it. Don't think. Even if you've been successful, in another asset class, definitely sim trade. Sim trade at least a month. And if your goal is to do an evaluation with like earn a trade or whatnot, figure out what evaluation you want to do, and then sim trade that evaluation with the exact rules you would have to follow. Prove to yourself you can do it before you ever pay for the evaluation. Do that in sim, and then when you've done it, then you have more confidence going in. And as long as you're following your same plan, the same whatever strategy you use, you've just proved to yourself you could do it. Now put money on the line, and then do it for real. Oh, okay. Then just slow micros. Use micros. Matt, I didn't see the link. It might have blocked you. If it did, send it to me on Discord and I'll post it. Oh, awesome. Thank you, John. Yeah, WRX is right now. Re-signing up on the for a new account is cheaper than a reset on the TCP. Here's the here's the link that Matt was trying to send. Let's see if it goes through. Yeah, there we go. You guys see the link? Yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, yeah. Wait, well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you can take as long as you want to do the evaluation. That said, if you want a sim trade without paying that much, um, you can get a, trading view for 15 bucks a month and pay $4 for the futures data, and you can use them to sim trade. Because you can see here, yeah, you can paper trade on right on trading view. Now it's not going to teach you how. Oh, what the heck? Hey, look at that! I have something open. I wonder how long that's been open. It's up $683. Close that. But you can sim trade right on trading view, and it's a lot cheaper. So you just open. I mean, like here. Now the only thing is, you know, TradingView does not offer trailing stop losses, but just as your order panel, you can set your take profits, your stop losses. You can hit market order, limit, buy. There is, I'm in. So yeah, it's all up to you. I mean, it's just a cheaper option if you want to sim trade instead of paying $90 a month. And you ended up getting up to 256. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna cut it here. It's been very great conversation today, and I really appreciate that. Got through the slow times, got some good wins. Oops, hold on. Just saw that Matt sent another message, another link. Here's the other link Matt sent. There you guys go. So our next stream is Sunday night on ShareVision if they've fixed it where I can stream. Last night I was not able to start the stream because their platform wouldn't let me. So hopefully we'll be there Sunday night, Monday morning. Starting in April, we will be doing all mornings on YouTube, all evenings on ShareVision. Yes, that is the goal, Matt. And I think that the gauntlet might not be far behind at this point. Which means I'm going to need to finish the live sim on the TCP quickly so I can do live sim on the gauntlet. So anyway, I thank everyone for all of your support, good conversation, and being here with me. Have a great weekend, everybody, and we shall see you all next week. Bye. John, the link is in the video description below. I made sure to link that on all the YouTube streams as well. I'll also post it in the chat if you give me 1 second. There you go. See you, everybody. Have a great weekend. Bye.